just taking someone else's idea.
Well,
we didn't actually see that video before.
Phil showed us this video. Like basically, the Daft Punk one is basically him walking around, whereas ours is like it's specific elements. Do you know what I mean? Rather than him just walking around the street and speaking to people, it's not going to be like that.
Yeah, it's very funny that one. The way it's done incredibly well. And the key thing is it's bespoke. He looks like a dog.
Yeah.
It's not just some dog mask that he's got from a shop.
Yeah.
It's thing. At the moment, you've just got a bear costume.
Yeah, but the point being that we know the person isn't actually, like, it's not supposed to look identical to a bear.
Yeah. It's a bit kind of Dom Jolly-ish at the moment.
Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. That'd be worth looking at.
What was it called? Dom Jolly's thing?
Full Britannia.
No.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm on the phone!
Yeah, and the snail going across the zebra crossing.
Yeah, and they'd have squirrels running about and
Yeah.
all that sort of thing.
I'll send you links to that. That'd be worth looking at. Because that is, Luke's, I think, hit precisely on exactly the key point here. That is the most obvious first thing you think of. This sounds like a silly joke.
Yeah,
bear costume,
it's funny.
or a kid's party, or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, making that cool and different, you need to think about how that could happen, because at the moment, that doesn't strike me as...
Daft Punk, of all the director of that video, has worked very hard on making that dog very cool and different, and and thought about the situations and putting it in normal situations. And no one's sort of really playing this in New York or somewhere like that, so no one, where everyone's mad, you know. And so the books are, who sees every walk of life, doesn't bat an eyelid, you know, it's all that sort of thing. It's you've got all that involved with it. Whereas if you take someone and just put them in a bear costume, it's like Phil says, kids party, or it's funny, or it's
stupid or silly.
Yeah, you've got to go a bit further with it. Did you see?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the bear costume or making someone. What are you trying to say?
If you're doing like a funny, silly track, then a funny, silly video could fit, but the track you've chosen is sort of. Do you know what I mean?
We struggled to find one.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
quite
to...
like the track.
But what?
like the track.
No, what I'm trying to put across is it's not supposed to be funny. Like, we had this idea of him, like, but it's like everyday kind of stuff. Like, he gets on, like, I don't know, it makes sense in my head. Like, you know, he kind of like starts off his day, and there's no other people in the video. Like, it's literally just this bear, like.
Are there any images that sort of show what you're thinking of? Because I know you've got it in your head, but
because
that's what we.
That's probably the wrong image. That image. Because oh, I'm the bear. You know?
But the big problem is, the big problem is realistically, is that the reason you use those images, even though it's not what you're thinking of, is because that's what bear costumes look like. Yeah. And unless you're going to bespoke, hand design, art, make a moving head, and that's what it will look like.
What are you trying to say? Just tell us what you're trying to say, and there's probably a way around it.
It was literally just putting someone in a bear costume.
Yeah. So
there was no
reason.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't think that's going to work.
It started off like how basically. I started off with my first idea, and there's a song called Bear, and it talks about a cancer patient, and the cancer is referred to as the bear.
Right, okay.
And my first idea was initially have the bear following the person around, being like
right,
okay,
yeah.
And then we wanted to make it more light-hearted, and someone said, why don't you dress them up further as a bear, and then we ditched the whole cancer idea, and then thought of something more like Jolly, but I don't know if that would make more sense going more down there.
The cancer idea is better, but it's how you do it that does a bit kind of depressing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And for a new band, which is what or artist, which is what you're promoting, do you go full on with something as heavy as cancer?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have thought so, but we've all seen a bear, someone dressed up as a bear walking about. You can go into Guildford High Street on Saturday, and somebody dressed as Buzz Lightyear or something like that, and going, "Hi kids," you know, "Oh look, it's Buzz Lightyear," you know, or whoever it bloody looks a bear, or it's, you know, the who's Pudsley or whatever, you know, It's all that.
Harry wants to make a comment. Go on, Harry.
Have you seen Coldplay's Paradise videos?
That's what I was
It's very
thinking.
similar to that. And
Okay.
that kind of works.
The elephant.
All right,
Yeah.
have a look at that. Do the guys.
So that's exactly the same, but with an elephant, and it's Chris Martin in the costume,
Yeah.
and it's essentially him just walking around in lots of different scenes and stuff like that. And then there's a few things of sort of like holding signs
I've
to the
seen
camera, and that actually works really
What's
well.
it say?
What's it called?
What you
What's it
said.
called? Coldplay what?
Paradise. The signs just.
Guys, we've got 3 minutes left.